as I was saying, Kyle decided to leave. He was on his way across country. He thought he'd get a head start because he was wide awake. She wanted him to stay, but he thought he wanted to be alone, and so he left. And we began dancing again. And I thought we were having a good time. At least I was, so I kissed her. And suddenly, she pushed me away. She had said she'd done enough partying and she wanted me to go. Now I have to say that this came as a total surprise to me. It was abrupt. One minute she was coming on to me, and the next it was off.
You are such a tease.
I was angry at the time, and so I called her a tease. But at that moment, I also realized how out of it Miss Devon was. So out of it that she couldn't walk. She banged into a table, and I caught her. And that is when she tore my shirt.
When was it that she scratched your arm?
That came later when I was trying to help her to the couch.
When, as Miss Devon stated, you kept coming at her.
Yes. She was so drunk that she couldn't walk. And I kept holding on to her, because if I hadn't, she would have hit the floor.
Objection. The witness is not qualified to make such a statement.
I'm a doctor. I know when a person is drunk.
I'll allow it. Please continue.
So, as you were saying, in your medical opinion...
Your Honor, the defendant wasn't there to render his medical...
Enough!
He was there...
Miss Kramer, Dr. Winthrop is qualified to assess whether someone is drunk. Please continue, Dr. Winthrop.
Anyhow, I would not leave someone in that kind of condition, no matter how drunk I was.
So you helped her onto the couch?
Yes, and it wasn't easy. She was angry, and she was clawing at me on the way. But I got her there. I thought she should sleep it off. There's a danger of someone's circulation being cut off when one is that intoxicated, so I decided to loosen her clothing, which wasn't easy because her clothing was tight. After she screamed at me and scratched me, I said the hell with it. She passed out. And I left.
Did you lock the door behind you?
No, to tell you the truth, I didn't think about it. And also I was angry. So no.
So as far as you know, the door was left unlocked?
Yes.
Anyone could have entered?
The door was unlocked.
What did you do after you left Ms. Devon's apartment?
I walked home.
And during this time, did you see anyone or speak to anyone?
No, but that doesn't mean that somebody didn't see me.
Morgan, I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to remember when you answer that you swore to tell the truth. Did you have sex with Lorna Devon?
No, I did not.
Did you touch her in a sexually inappropriate manner or in any way violate her?
No, I did not.
Thank you. Your witness, counsel.
Did you try to change Lorna Devon's test results?
No, of course not.
Then what were you doing with them? She wasn't your patient. Nobody asked you to look at them.
I wasn't looking at them.
But you tried. Why?
I wanted to see if they pointed at me.
See, that's what I don't understand, Morgan. If you didn't rape her, then why were you worried that the test results would point at you?
I'm not saying it was logical.
Good, because it isn't logical. Now, on the night in question, you said that you left Lorna's apartment to walk to the Winthrop home.
Yes, that's right.
But yet, thus far, your attorney and his investigators haven't found anyone to corroborate your story.
Thus far, no.
Which means you have no alibi for the time when Lorna Devon was brutally raped.
Oh, I didn't think I needed one.
Do you know the difference between wrong and right, Morgan?
Yes, of course.
Now, you stated that, as a doctor, you became aware that Lorna was intoxicated and that you wanted to take care of her, placing her on the couch and loosening her clothing.
She was drunk. I tried to...
How drunk was she? Too drunk to walk a straight line?
She couldn't stand
Too
up.
drunk to fight off a rapist?
Yes.
So you placed her on a couch?
Yes.
Knowing that she was too drunk to resist anyone?
Yes.
And you stood over her. Now you've admitted that you were angry at this beautiful, helpless woman lying in front of you. This woman who touched you and kissed you. You stood over her and you were still attracted to her, weren't you, Morgan?
It's not like
Were you attracted to Lorna Devon?
Yes,
And
but-
you were aroused? You had needs which you assumed that this woman would satisfy?
No, not if she wasn't interested.
Oh, but that
no.
didn't matter anymore, Morgan. Because Lorna Devon was unconscious. All you had to do was pin her to the couch and take what you wanted.
No, it's not like
You
that.
raped her, Morgan.
No, I did
because
not.
you wanted her.
You see,
she was
I was
helpless,
mad.
And
yes,
you
I was mad,
were
and
mad.
yes, I wanted her. But it is not like that, and it won't be like
Didn't do it. Morgan Winthrop didn't rape her, and she knows it. I can prove it. I was there.
Morgan.
Dana, I don't understand. Why would you ask for a mistrial? Yeah, don't you believe me anymore? Of course I believe you, Lorna, but we have to be realistic here. Even though the judge has told the jury to disregard certain things, Cass has made a big point here.
Just like he did to me.
Well, he did to all of us. Yeah, well, we all knew that Cass was going to be very tough. But your testimony, Victor, or yours, Lorna, or even Jenna's, isn't as serious as what the jury saw today. I just feel that it's to our benefit to start with an entirely new jury.
But now, will the charges against Morgan, will they still stand?
Oh, I'm not asking for a dismissal, Felicia. I'm just asking for the opportunity of a fresh start, maybe even a change of venue.
Well, makes sense to me. What about you, Lorna?
Yeah, whatever. Now, Dana, do you think the judge is going to honor this motion?
I have no idea. I can't even guess. And if she doesn't, then we're going to have to deal with what we have. That's why it's very important, Lorna, that you tell me everything. Would you rather we talk in private?
No. My mother and Victor know the whole story, and I'd like to keep it that way. Honey, we're here, okay?
Okay, fine. Look, let's start with this Kyle guy. He says that you made up all the charges, that you weren't even raped.
Bull!
Well, I'm glad to see that you're so definite about it, because what worries me is how definite he seemed to say that he could prove that you're lying. Do you have any idea of what he's talking about?
Look! We all know that I don't remember much about what happened that night, but I do remember being raped. And I know it was Morgan.
Dana, you and I have been through the system enough to know that there are plenty of dirty tricks. Now, Cass is a good lawyer, and I'm sure he knows more than a few of
Yes,
them.
well, I'm sure we'll find out when we go inside. Thank you for your support, but may I please have a few minutes alone with Lorna?
Okay, that's fine. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Look, Lorna, I know you trust them, but having your mother here and you love her, I feel that we could talk better alone.
Dana, I have told you everything. Now, I don't remember anything about this Kyle, other than he left before Morgan raped me. That's it. I have told you everything. I don't know anymore.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Winthrop?
You state your name and occupation.
Kyle Barkley. I'm a physician.
And so, Dr. Barkley, you confirmed the testimony of most of our witnesses, including the complainant herself. You were at Lorna Devon's apartment with Morgan Winthrop, but you left first.
That's correct.
Is that the only time that you were at Miss Devon's apartment that night?
No.
When else were you there?
That same night, I went back after Morgan left.
And what happened then at her apartment?
We made love.